So now that we're getting into the fall season, I decided that I need some fall colognes. Because yes, colognes for the summer are way different from colognes for the fall and winter. So if I knew I wanted to smell good this season, I need something more appropriate for the fall. So I looked up the best colognes for the fall, and a lot of them were very expensive. So I decided to pick up 3 colognes for only $100, which is perfect because most of the time I'll pick up 1 cologne for that same exact price. But then I was wondering if there's a really big difference between the colognes that I'm buying. Should I continue to buy designer colognes for $100, or am I better off buying these other ones that are 3 for $100? Today, that's exactly what I'm going to be finding out. I guess I could call this cheap versus expensive colognes. So first of all, let's start off with the designer one. Now, most of the time when I get designer fragrances, I get them from Macy's, and typically the most common ones are going to be some from Dior, from Prada, Burberry, big name designer brands like that. But the other day when I went to the Macy's store, I wanted to try something a bit different, and I stumbled across one that I never heard of, and that is going to be Continuum. Now, the actual designer, I have no idea, but I can't trust it because typically Macy's only sells designer name fragrances, and since I bought this one from Macy's, I'm going to be calling it designer. Now, from what I was told, this one is brand new, so the main thing that I'm excited is I'm not going to be smelling like everybody else that is wearing Dior Sauvage. And this one, as soon as I smelt it, I knew I had to pick it up. I knew it was perfect for the fall. So that's exactly why I've been wearing it so much recently. So of course, I'm going to be leaving the main notes in case you want an idea of how this one smells like. But like I said, it is perfect for the fall. Now the colognes that we're going to be comparing it to are going to be the ones that I just got in the mail. In here, I got 3 fragrances for $100, and these are all going to be from Alt Fragrance. Now this is a brand that I've seen a lot on TikTok. Now basically, all these colognes, they're not going to be their own. They're actually called replica colognes, which means they're going to be the same exact smelling ones from the designer ones, but for a way more affordable price. So like I said, I ended up picking up 3. All of them are replicated or inspired by very popular designer colognes. However, when I was looking at the colognes that they were inspired by, I wanted to make sure that these are colognes that not a lot of other guys are wearing. And if I were to guess, the main reason why these aren't as popular as other designer colognes is because these are way more expensive. First one that I have in hand is going to be Agar Gold. Now I looked it up. This one is going to be inspired by Oud Wood, which is a Tom Ford fragrance. And if that name says anything to you, you would know already that it's very expensive. I definitely can't see myself doing that anytime soon, so a much better alternative would be a $35 cologne. Again, the notes are going to be right here in case you want to have an idea of what that smells like. Anyways, the next one is going to be Stallion number 11. Now this one is honestly the one that I was the most excited about because this one is inspired by a cologne called Leighton by Parfums de Marly, which is one that I've been looking at for a while now. I never saw one in store, so I never got to see how it smells. I've been told by many people that it's one of the best fragrances out there. Parfums de Marly has a really good reputation of that. However, another big part of their reputation is their price, because that cologne goes for around $200. So again, the most I've ever spent on a cologne was about $150, which is very close to that $200 price tag. However, once I bought that cologne for $150, I kind of realized that I don't really want to do that again. So once I found this one for, again, another $35, I was very inclined to pick it up. And then the final cologne, you will notice this one is actually bigger than the other ones. This one is going to be Fireside Marshmallow. Already the name screams out that it's perfect for the fall. This one is inspired by a cologne called By the Fireplace. Now this is the only cologne that I never heard of before checking out Alt Fragrances, but I did see it from a TikTok video that this one is perfect for the fall. In fact, all 3 of these were found by a TikTok video because this one was another $35, which if you add them all up is obviously over $99. But Alt Fragrance does offer a bundle of 3 for $99, and that's exactly what I got. So again, in this hand I have 3 colognes that are inspired by very expensive designer colognes. If I were to get all 3 of the actual bottles, I would have already spent over $500, which is crazy for colognes. And in one hand I have 1 cologne that's only $100. So again, I'm going to be comparing 1 cologne for $100 rather than 3 colognes for $100. Again, same price tag, but you're getting something completely different. So notice with this one lasts a long time. I could spray it in the morning, and at the end of the day I still kind of smell it. Let's talk about the initial smell when you spray these colognes. So this one is very strong, especially for fall fragrances. You want something a bit stronger, but nonetheless, now the real test is wearing these colognes for the next few days and seeing how well they hold up and exactly which one is going to be the best performing or which one is going to give me the most compliments. But before that, let's talk about my hairstyle because I always get questions about it. And by now you should know that all I ever use for my hair are products from Blue Mont, which is perfect because they're actually the sponsor of today's video. But nonetheless, literally everything that you need for your hair you can get at Blue Mont. So anything that will take care of your hair from anything that will style your hair. And I'm always trying to find new ways to style my hair. For example, if you haven't noticed already, I've been doing my hair a little bit differently, which is why it kind of looks like this. Honestly, I'm very happy that it looks like this, because yes, sticking to the same thing every day gets very boring, which is why I'm so happy that Blue Mon offers a bunch of different products. And guess what? For Black Friday, everything is going to be 30% off, which means you can get the same hair clays that I use. You can get the shampoos and conditioners that I use every single day for 30% off. And not only that, if you spend $30, you get one free travel size product of your choice, which means anything in this little box you will get for free. Or if you can't decide on just one, if you spend $50, you end up getting 2 of them. If you want my personal recommendations, you have to get Original by Blue Mon if you haven't tried it already. And the second one you should get, it all depends on your hairstyle, but Blue Mon has a little quiz for you to fill out to find out exactly which one you have. And while you're there, you definitely have to try out their newest product, their textural sea salt spray. Sea salt sprays have been blowing up a lot recently, and I'm so glad Blue Mon is finally offering one. So if you're like me and you don't like to use too much product in your hair, you can use it by itself, or you can use it at the end when you're done mixing your hair clay in there. Either or is completely fine. But yeah, this is easily the biggest sale that Blue Mon's offering this year. Definitely make sure to stop by Blue Mon. Check out the products that I'm recommending to you, because trust me, I love these products on my hair, and I guarantee you will as well. Just in general, as I've grown up, I started to use Black Friday as more of a time to stock up on supplies rather than just buy random things that I don't need. And that's exactly why you should be checking out Blue Mon this Black Friday. So the link's gonna be in the description for you to check out. Okay, so honestly, it was supposed to be just a few days. Kind of been more than that, which is fine, because now I'm able to tell you exactly which ones are the best out of these 3. So like I said, clearly the obvious answer, it's better to get 3 colognes for $100 rather than just one expensive overpriced one. But by no means is this a bad cologne. I still love this one. I've worn this one a few times already, and I never failed to get a compliment with it. But honestly, you really just can't beat versatility. The fact that I can get 3 different scents for $100 rather than just one. I think from now on, I'm probably going to be picking up more of these rather than going to Macy's and spending $100 on one cologne. So out of these 3, let me tell you which one is the best one. I definitely think Stallion number 11 has to be the best one. Like I said, this one is inspired by Perfumes de Marly, and in general, I've always heard good things about that one, but like I said, I really can't get behind spending over $200 on one bottle. This one has to be the most masculine and honestly sophisticated scent that I picked up in a very long time. I'm not even comparing it to this one anymore. I'm comparing it to all of my colognes. This is probably going to be my go-to. Firestarted Marshmallow, it smells good. I really haven't worn it all that much. And a Gold, the one that's inspired by Tom Ford. This one, I did wear it quite a few times. So if you're going to be checking out all fragrance, I definitely recommend these 2 at a minimum. And if you want to try something a bit different, I definitely recommend these 3 stacks, but I wouldn't blame you if you want to switch this one out for something a little bit more versatile. These 2 I can definitely wear in a number of different situations, but I really can't stress the fact that this is not a bad option. Definitely recommend checking this one out at least. But if you want to do the same thing that I'm going to be doing, alt fragrance is definitely the way to go. Also, there's quite a few different brands that do the same thing. I'll link a few in the description, but for right now, this is definitely going to be my go-to. And I feel like I should talk to you about spending a lot of money on colognes, because yes, I have a lot of designer colognes that honestly, I feel like now I kind of regret spending that much money on it. Now that I come to realize there are so many different ways to get good colognes for such a cheap price. And honestly, I just realized that while I was making this video. So yeah, you could definitely take the route that I'm taking right now. There's a few websites where you can get the same designer colognes for a cheaper price, or there's stuff out there like Scentbird. So yeah, just explore your options. You don't have to go spend a ton of money on colognes. But I hope this video did help you out, and if it did, make sure to leave a like. I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, in this channel I simplify men's fashion, so I'm gonna leave a button for you to do that right here. And if you want to see more videos right away, here are a few that I think could really help you out. Anyways, other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.